Hi, I'm Amy and I'm going to be studying history and politics at the University of Oxford.
Hello, I'm T. I have an offer for medicine from the University of Cambridge.
I think probably my biggest academic achievement was definitely getting an offer from Oxford. But apart from that, there's been others, like getting the prizes at Speech Day for academics, being an honorary academic scholar, and then in extracurriculars, I have things like being a prefect, being a house captain, obviously being a drama scholar, like I said, but also like being in the school plays. I've really enjoyed that, and being in the netball team and in the orchestra. So just kind of everything about school life. It's just been really fun.
I think completing my EPQ was quite an achievement for me, especially since our year had a 1 in 3 survival rate, with 33 students going in and only 10 coming out in the end. And I think that really taught me a lot about the research processes, source validation, and a lot of things, especially about resilience, because it was quite a tough period of time that we had to do the project in, with many public examinations in the process, and also a lot of aptitude tests being held during the time period of completing the EPQ as well. So that was quite an achievement.
It was sort of in the middle of year 12, maybe around spring or maybe around January, I think, that I came to Miss Walker with the idea of Oxford, and I was like, this is something I'm really interested in, and she gave me sort of a list of people to talk to, a list of things to do. So for me, most of year 12 was sort of like meeting with Dr. Clark. Every week we would discuss a different article on political philosophy, and I did a lot of reading by myself, and then that sort of ran into year 13, where, beginning I finished off my personal statement, and then I had preparation because I had to do an entrance exam and had to submit an essay. So I was working through my essays with the history department, and Mr. Rolliston in particular helped me a lot with the aptitude test that I had to do. So we did loads of past papers. So by the time it got to the actual aptitude test, I was so prepared, and when I got to the interview, I was so prepared as well.
For my one, I think it was quite a straightforward application process, especially since I was also applying to Thai universities, and they often have similar requirements. So I started off my personal statement back in year 11 and kind of slowly edged towards the end of it by around year 12, and then wrote up around 3 more drafts, but I think that's probably enough for me. But then my support came from a very unexpected source, which was my biology teachers and also Mr. Miller, and an alumni of our school, Prompt, who graduated last year. So they all gave me a lot of mental support and moral support, and also a lot of advice for the interviews. Mr. Miller, who gave me an advice to have fun with the interview, and I think that's something that is very important, because regardless of whether anyone or myself is going to get an offer or not, I think it's important that we enjoy the journey that we are going through, because if we have an interview, that's a very, very special sort of opportunity to spend 20 to 30 minutes period of talking to lecturers or academics who are at the top of their field. So I think it's a really important opportunity that we should enjoy.
So I was just taking it as a learning opportunity to learn more about subjects that I really, really truthfully enjoy. But I think as well, Dr. Clark and Mr. Conway really, really helped me out a lot. They gave me such great advice throughout the whole process. And one thing that they both did, which I think really, really helped me mentally, because of course it's an academic game, but it is a mental game at the same time. And they really helped me in terms of, they would always talk about the process as if I was already going, like as if I already had the offer before I even did. Like Mr. Conway in particular, he would say things like, oh, like when you get the offer, just know that you definitely deserve it and that you've done all this work and you definitely deserve to be there, as if I'd already got it. And I just think that was so amazing that they were so sure that I was going to get there, that it made me sure that I could actually do it and I could actually get there.